What's up, folks? Mr. Kaz, the Entertainment Kings 9, Extracted TV saying welcome to yet another episode of Livin the Crucian Life. Before we get started, I would like to take the time out to thank you, our viewers and subscribers, for helping us to achieve a milestone accomplishment by crossing 60,000 views in 3 months. Again, thank you. On this episode, we mix it up by looking at how some people are enjoying life and staying healthy as the pandemic continues. Cruise ships are back in our harbors. That's good news for the tourism industry. We ran into Rasta Bobby the herbalist. Also, we saw some really cool recycled bicycles designed by Rasta Choppers. We then met up with mango tree riders as they hit the road to make that healthy sacrifice. To round it up, we give you a quick introduction to Mr. Terrance Positive Nelson as we ask him a little about himself and his role at the Department of Agriculture. And of course, we have that and more right here in store for you on Living the Crucian Life.
Daniel Iwanicki from Rasta Choppers, Livin the Crucian Life.
St. Croix's economy is getting a boost as cruise ships are back in our harbors. Travelers that were able to disembark were greeted with festival-like performances. There were an array of vendors perched along the waterfront offering duty-free shopping. The musical selection by DJ Koof kept the place lively and set the mood for what I'm almost positive was a wonderful visit to our beautiful island.
Yes, I'm Rasta Bobby. I'm a herbalist. I was born in Crucian, grew up in Dominica, have been living in St. Thomas for 35 years. As a herbalist, we've set up 2 shops, one in St. Thomas, one in St. Croix, with natural products to strengthen the immune system, to clean the bowel and the blood, the liver, the kidney, and the internal organs. So, you can check us out at Rasta Bobby Herbal Products. Our number is 340-775-0851. That's for St. Thomas. And for St. Croix, 340-473-1600. Continues to be a joy to serve Africans and all of humanity. Stay blessed, one love, God bless, Rastafari live,
Yes,
and
sir.
enjoy this beautiful afternoon.
My name's Daniel Iwanicki. I'm originally from New York, Long Island, New York. No thought about that. But what inspired the bikes is, I'm like a fabricator. I like to fabricate things, and I was into Harley Davidsons for a while and air-cooled VWs. And when I got to St. Croix about a year and a half ago, I started going through the trash and finding bicycles, and I started putting them together and selling them, just regular bicycles. And then since I'm a fabricator, I thought, what can I do cool with these bicycles? And I saw I could put like 2 bikes together and make something really cool, like a chopper bike. And so right now it's kind of like a hobby because I haven't sold any chopper bikes yet. But hopefully soon people will take notice, and I'll start selling some of these bikes because they're one of a kind, they're very unique, and they ride excellent, and
They are recycled.
they're recycled.
Good for the environment.
Because I'm very environmentally friendly. My birthday is actually on Earth Day, April 22nd.
Ooh.
So yeah, I hate all the bikes I might be missing that actually get taken to the landfill. But I wish I could get every one of them. And I wish everybody in St. Croix will ride a cool bike. I want this St. Croix to be like the cool bike capital of the world, where people will come in on the cruise ships and say, hey, see some really cool bikes.
Alright.
So man, this is the dreadlocks from the Mango Tree Riders. Of course, you know this is the unity every Sunday, faithfully with our here putting in a ride. It's a health sacrifice, you know what I mean? And it's a unity between the brothers on the island. You know what I mean? Everything is always positive, regardless of what people say. We just do this thing every Sunday. So we are everybody. You know what I mean? Safe.
When you got this is regular.
I want them to ride because the fucking flat.
Guys, you really sit with you, everybody know that bullshit and everything is
Yo, this is D Show from Virgin Islands, St. Croix specifically. We from the Mango Tree Riders, and right now, to be honest with you, it's all about health and wealth, and we just live in the Crucian life, always, you know what I'm saying? Man, Mango Tree Riders same way. Yes, sir. That's the seal of locks right there, so. Go and say the one and only Mango Tree.
Hey, I'm Nesta. I'm with the Mango Tree Riders, living the Crucian life.
You know, everybody is cool. Now everybody is cool. Yeah. Everybody doing their own work. Yeah. Nito. Nito. Oh, yeah. Hey, they jump out.
I had a hard look yesterday.
Sila? Yeah. Ready?
I'm back. Yeah, I got to see him. So we see Speedy Westman. Yeah, I know.
What's it ever know that back to bike? What's it? I guess the finger gets thrown on this bike.
Hey!
You see?
See, we down video here. Big in the shanty. Mango Tree Riders. We heavy every time. Nah, I mean, it's a unity. Big boy, we need to fight this man. Stop playing with the thing. Let it take real. Nah, I mean, but yeah, Chris, we serious about this thing. Nah, I mean, this is our 69th Sunday. Positively. Without missing one. Nah, I mean, yeah. That's how we don't do. Yeah, man.
My name is Sean, one of the Mango Tree Riders initially. We're just doing our thing out here, a healthy sacrifice. Our numbers growing every day and we're loving it. Come and join us, 8 o'clock Sunday morning.
Yes, sir, Mango Tree.
Look!
Mango
That's
tree all
right,
the way.
mango tree all the way. For sure.
Blessed love, Rastafari live, mango tree.
The health sacrifice made by the members of the Mango Tree Riders does more than keep each rider fit. It shows camaraderie amongst men, a symbol of unity, and most of all, trust.
Guys, lead the life you love.
Mango tree. Give me a head
Mango
count.
tree, big up, big up.
Hi, greetings. I am Positive T.A. Nelson here in St. Croix, U.S. Virgin Islands. And one of the favorite things I remember about growing up is playing in the rain when the storm was coming. You can't do that anymore. They're a lot more intense. Well, I grew up with 3 sisters, so family life at home was tough, you know. The only boy in their home. There was a lot of scrapping, you know, trying to get possession, wanting equal treatment, you know. But I really had a home where I was filled with love. We weren't rich, but my parents provided for us and showed us love. They were strict, we were very disciplined, but you know, growing up in the island, man, I wouldn't trade it for the world. I wouldn't trade it for the world. Being able to spend summers just jumping on your bike and going hunting for fruits. You know, and spending all day out just eating off of the ground, eating off of the land. You know, going to the beach and catching a fish and cooking that fish out there. Some of your parents don't even know where you're at, you know. I think those are the days, the island days that I don't see like children experiencing anymore. And I tell you, it's a sense of freedom at that age that sort of makes you even more responsible now, I think, as an adult. Just getting around and getting back home safely as a young child was a level of responsibility that I feel a lot of the children today don't have, because they're being dropped everywhere they go. We had to go to programs and get back home safely. Our parents won't leave work to take us there. So now at a more mature age, well-ripe mature age at that, which I'm very grateful to have made it to this point. For pleasure and relaxation, I just take quiet time out, you know, sit, vibe, listen to music. You know, some of my friends are cannabis users. I won't admit to any of the above, but we chillax, you know. we chillax, we chill out. I just keep it low. I go to the beach. I like to go to the beach when no one is there and just meditate in the water and just, you know, let the ocean soak me away. Just quiet time. I don't mind sitting on the ground doing some farming or just sitting still and letting my conscious mind wander into my subconscious mind. And that's what so yeah, during these times, this pandemic time, whatever you want to call it, yeah, it behooves everyone to live a healthier lifestyle, to eat healthy, to do exercise, watch your water intake, because at the end of the day, whether vaccinated, unvaccinated, it's about being healthy, building up your immune system, and there's a lot of food and herbs and just taking proper rest, backing up off the alcohol, and just giving your body time to strengthen itself is one of the best defenses one can have in these times, no matter what might come up. It's strengthening the body, you know. There are a lot of, you know, like I got back to even taking SSS tonic from back in the day.
Yeah, right.
You know, you have to strengthen up, especially now that we're getting older. You know, we were all worn out, you know, us old lions going hard. You know, it's important that you rest, you eat well. There are some healthy dietary food supplements. I don't get too crazy carried away in it, you know, but the basics, water, rest, and good food is very important in these times. So I highly recommend leading a healthy lifestyle in these kind of times, because it will help to strengthen up your body. Where, you know, if you were to get it, you need a strong body. If you want to prevent it, you need a strong body. And just to go forward, you need a strong body. And of course, along with a strong body, I want for you to exercise your mind, because in these times, you need a strong mind, because part of what's happening to a lot of folks is anxiety and fear, kind of wondering like, what's next. And I think that in itself is breaking some people down, because it starts mental, but it turns into something physical. So you gotta manage your mindset. Manage your mindset. If I can't tell you anything else, please manage your mindset in these times. What are limitations in my life? You know, hey, I'm from that cloth where we weren't rich. We're working class citizens, working class family. So, of course, limitation is always going to be financial resources, you know. Big ideas, big plans, and not the money to do it right away. So you got to work your way to it. And, you know, I don't get discouraged by that. It just takes longer. You know, I want a big home, but it might take longer. You know, there's things I want to do, but it might take longer. I want to drive that Beamer one day, it might take longer because I'm not rich. So those are limitations. However, there are no limitations on your dreams. There are no limitations on your big ideas, you know. There's no limitation on your work efforts. So I put in the work. You know, I accept the fact that things aren't going to come as easy for me. I accept the fact that I'm not from a rich family. I'm not rich with money anyway. But I love the fact that we're rich with love, man. We're rich with that bond, man, that glue, you know. I've seen rich families, you know, that they really have no family. They're rich, but they have nobody but their money, and money can't talk to you. You know, money can buy you some things that are not real. But you know, so I'm glad that I'm rich with love and a family rich with love. But real limitations are that being on an island and trying to do things. You know, the cost of certain things. Because you have to ship in certain things. You have to go off island for certain reasons. And those are not limitations that I've accepted. I'm an island boy, and I won't change that for the world. So, you know, some people say, how can you live on an island? Well, shucks, I've lived on an island all my life except for college days and living in the States, getting educated and getting some experience. So for island folks, that's what we do. And we don't find that really to be a limitation in a way, because then we have the beach, we have the sea water there, you can go fishing without having to pay to go fish, you know. So I balance what I look at as limitations and just give thanks in all things. And I realize that, you know, some of us just have to work harder, work smarter, and probably work together in order to get some, you know, get along the way, like some people who have resources might. So, of course, the island needs improvement, man. I'm not going to sit here fluffing. We have it nice and it's good, but the island needs improvement. We need to have, like here on this side of the island where Serenity Nest is, there's no potable water, man. You know, there's no sewer system. So that forces me to build septic. That forces me to build cisterns. That's a lot more expensive for us. If you're trying to do business, then it makes it harder on you. You know, so we need to have water extended to other parts of the island that is not existing. We need to have affordable, reliable electricity. You know, I mean, that's very necessary. You can't have islanders going away and leaving their homes and leaving their island homes and going to the States because you can't even afford electricity. Our healthcare system, and forget me saying a healthcare system, but the nucleus of a healthcare system is a decent hospital. So I'm looking forward for us really rebuilding the hospital and ensuring that we have a place that we can be stabilized and kept alive, and even if we got to fly out of here, that we can get stabilized and kept alive. That's important. There are like young people, you know, you graduate out of college and whatever, you're trying to move out your parents' home. You have to have an affordable place to live. So I don't see like apartment complexes here where like, you know, when we finished school in the States, man, we went and lived in those nights. You know, we college graduates, you know, and even though we're still working in restaurants and whatnot, we college graduates. So we're not living in the hood, but we're living in some nice apartment complexes that's affordable and make you feel like you're worth something. So we need to attract investors that's willing to do those cluster apartments, decent, you know, not low income housing, but housing that, you know, a young professional coming up can afford and feel a sense of independence. I look forward to that. What's needed as well is transit, a public transit system that like, you know, more like 24/7, not just big old buses, but do that take you to some of the offshoot ways. You know, that if you have a good public transit system, then some people may not feel compelled to get cars, and you want to limit the amount of driving that's happening on the islands for pollution's sake. You know, that's very important. So you just gotta look at the big picture, man. I love the islands. I'm going to tell you, I am an island boy. I make no apologies for it. But we gotta be able to be comfortable in these islands. You know, that means we have to have, you know, the roads have to be decent, you know what I mean? I have to be able to jump on a bike or walk along the side road with some little shoulder that I'm not on the road about to get knocked down, you know. So I look for the basics. I think most islanders, we want just the basics to be comfortable. You know, we're hustlers, man. We're hardworking people as island folks. So we're going to make it work, but we need to have the government have the infrastructure in place so that we can be comfortable enough, and then we'll do the rest. Let me answer this. We're on an island, and we import some upwards of 97% of our food. It is incumbent upon all of us, government backing as well, by private individuals and just families, to plan some source of food. To be totally dependent on import is a risk. It's a risk for us, because we can be disrupted because of our world conflict. We can be interrupted because of natural disasters. We can be interrupted for so many different reasons, that it's important that we as a government first and as a people realize that and it's called food security, food sovereignty. If you don't have your food source close to you, you're at risk. So yes, the question is, should we do something to protect ourselves against food disruption? Hell yeah, we should. We should have started yesteryear. It's very important that we move forward with a sense of urgency when we're talking about food sovereignty. We can't play with this, because look at, the other day with COVID, the meat slowed down. The other day when you had some kind of lettuce disease, you won't get in those things. We can't import in any lime trees right now. Do you notice when you're buying limes these days, that lime have no seeds in it? So what is that saying? That is saying that there's somebody controlling food. There's somebody reproducing GMOs that does not reproduce seed. So another thing we need to encourage, and recent legislation was passed, is a seed bank. You need to save your seeds. Neighbors, save seeds. Get those mason jars, put them in the fridge, mark them, take a picture, and say this is this fruit or this is this vegetable. Save it, exchange it. It's very important. Since being agriculture commissioner, I've been feeling like this Joseph syndrome, where, I'm saying, hey, get ready. It's coming again. Food scarcity is a very real thing. And we just, America happened to be in the upper 15 percentile, so we're not feeling the pinch yet. But the pinch is coming, and here's the other thing. Water, fresh water is going to be another issue. So we need to protect our water source. We need to help to recharge our aquifers, because in order to survive, food and water is going to be the main thing. So living on an island, man, we walk around like, hey man, everything airy. But the truth is, there are some of us, and I guess I did not say this, I was a senator for 14 years. Now I'm Commissioner of Agriculture, and I'm not saying that to brag. I'm saying that people see us and they wonder, well, what's on our minds daily? On my mind daily is sustainability. On my mind daily is how am I going to feed myself, feed my family, how am I going to live? How am I going to have an enjoyable life in the Virgin Islands? And no Virgin Islander should have to leave the Virgin Islands to have an enjoyable life. We can't leave the Virgin Islands and have an enjoyable life in the Virgin Islands. I'm here to stay. Pow.
Through hills and valleys, summer can't stop, never stop, can't stop loving you. Can't stop myself from loving you. Can't stop myself from praising you. Can't stop myself from praising you. Jah is yours, Jah is mine, Jah is here, right by my side. He never leave me, not one time. Jah is yours.
Yo, I gotta go.